What's poppin', everybody? This is the cartoon kid Ray Rawlins, and today we're continuing the 25 Days of Christmas Cartoons Marathon as we review an episode of Rocko's Modern Life from Season 2. It's their Christmas episode, of course, called Rocko's Modern Christmas. And, it has a long ass name afterward. Who gives a fuck? It's Rocko's Modern Christmas. That's all you need to know, okay? Alex Payne, give them the episode breakdown, man. What happens in this episode?
Well, and just for the record, he's going to say Rocko a lot in this episode, in this
Of
review,
course.
so just be prepared for that.
It's by accident.
Yeah. So this episode follows Rocco's feeling a little lonely on the holiday, so he decides to invite a few friends over, and they invite their friends over and parents and so on. So it becomes this big party thing. So, and while this is going on, these people move in the neighborhood. So Rocko decides to go with it and throw the big party. And his neighbor, Mr. Big Head, I'm assuming that's his name because I haven't really watched the show before, but I heard him referenced as that. So if I'm wrong, well, fuck me. But yeah. Mr. Big Head was like, fuck that shit, I ain't dealing with this. So he basically sabotaged the party and no one ended up coming to it. And eventually, the elves that moved in, because they were elves, figured out a way to make it snow and pretty much bring everyone's Christmas cheer back. And they ended up having a party. So, yeah, that's the episode. And I'll say my first impression is, for some reason, dude, there were so many voices in this show that I recognized, but couldn't tell you what they were from to save my life.
Yo! Here we go on the voice shit again. But you are right. 100% right.
Pretty much every character, except for a few of them, I felt like I heard that voice somewhere else before.
I could have sworn you know what, doing these Christmas reviews, I could have sworn I heard like Leela's voice a bunch. Like, definitely in this episode, I think she's Mr. Big Head's wife or whatever.
No, Mr. Big Head's wife had that raspy ass.
Okay.
Voice.
Well, she was one of them. She was. Oh my God, she was.
That's
one
what she
of
sounded like. That voice does also sound familiar though. I can't say where.
Mr. Big Head's wife been smoking too many Marlboros. But I'm trying to think of other ones, but for sure I know I heard Leela's voice either in here for sure, obviously in Rocko's, and in Fairly Odd Parents. I heard she was Santa's wife. Okay, so that's one I've been picking up on a lot. As for any other voices, that they're not coming to my head right now, but I will tell you.
Like I said, I don't know where they were from, but all of them sounded like a large majority of them, from Rocko to his friends, a large majority of them sounded familiar as hell.
Rocko sounded like an Australian fry. That's for sure. Australian fry. But
maybe.
But you got any other first impressions? I know you probably had something else on your little noggin.
Nah, that's it.
No, that's okay. All right. Well, my first impression of this episode is, obviously, I have to mention this, man. If I'm inviting you to my party, who the hell do you think you are for inviting somebody else? That's on God. Don't invite anybody else to my motherfucking party. I'm calling you just to invite you. That don't mean you can invite a friend and they can invite a friend and they can invite a friend. I'm like, oh hell. Motherfucking Rocko's house gonna be the party house, yo. They gonna straight up show up a gang of people at his crib, yo. But I have to say, and I know I gotta give a little preview of my review. With all the new shows we seen during this marathon that we haven't seen before, and that's the whole premise of this, to basically shine a light on some stuff that we haven't seen before, pick some new stuff out. And this happened to be one of the shows. So I gotta say, out of all the shows that we had a first time glance at, this, I have to say, if it's not the best, it's one of the best ones I've seen so far. I came in this with no knowledge of the characters, no knowledge of the world, but simply put, I really enjoyed this episode for what it was. I had a good a good time watching this. So with all that being said, let's get on some moments. What are some of your favorite moments from this episode?
Listen, my favorite moment has got to be the friggin' Christmas tree, who was super hyped, just friggin' hoping that he get picked. And then soon as they take that chainsaw to his ass, all you see is his face just gone, just instant dead. And I was like, holy Jesus, that shit was dark as hell.
You just got your ass beheaded.
It's like because that was so. Listen, listen. I was not expecting that shit. It was just like he was right there smiling and everything. Yeah, and then you just freaking like that. Listen, that shit was freaking hilarious to me.
What's up with Nickelodeon having these dark ass shows? Because this is a Nickelodeon show, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it is. It's the 90s, so that was back when shit was a lot more lax.
God damn.
But
You sure right. You took a chain to that hole.
oh, it was the opening was funny when the cloud was trying to squeeze out snow like he was trying to drop a shit.
Yeah.
That was I feel like there was some else with the there was something else with the mall, but I can't think of what it was. There was some like I felt like the mall had the best funny moments, like when he was shopping and shit to me. Something else
Yeah.
really made me laugh, but I can't think of what it is right now.
I know is it what I have an idea what you're thinking about, but I don't remember what it is either. We need to start taking notes down during this shit. But I gotta say though, man, Rocko, it kind of sucks because it's kind of like the whole situation with Cat Dog. Dog is the one with the Christmas spirit, and Rocko is. I'm really having a hard time not saying Rocko during this. I'm really being honest with y'all, but it's like Rocko is kind of like Dog. He's got all the Christmas spirit, man, and to see, you know, not everybody has Christmas spirit like he does. He just loves this time of holiday. He wants to celebrate it with everyone. He's inviting everyone to this party. He ain't complaining about the whole friend invite a friend type shit. Like he just wants everybody to have a good time during this holiday. And to see Mr. Big Head, or whatever the fuck he's called, just basically call up everybody and tell them like, yo, hey, yeah, some elves are gonna be there, and I heard they got some bad foot fungus. And they do the whole phone a friend shit, and that's what ends up happening to the party. All that shit is just end up being sabotaged, just like that, man. And it's just like, damn.
I got.
And this kid's. Oh, I think I remember. I think I remember what you were talking about. Was it the? It was the scene where he finds the elf, right? In the mall, and he's like the little big bully. He's talking about, oh yeah, it's a little pixie fairy or something like that. He's like, yeah, pick on someone your own size. No, that's not it. Well, that's one of my moments.
No,
He's like,
it wasn't
yeah,
that.
pick on someone your own size. And I'm like, oh yeah, then you look like someone our own size, and they just tower over his ass, and they're like, yeah, what you gonna do about her? What you gotta say about that? And he's like, oh, you got these in a size 11. I'm like, yeah, we sure do. Listen, Rocko was a straight beast. He changed the channel on that ass, boy. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, yo, they finna kill this dude. He's like, oh yeah, you got this in a size 11? We sure do. Roop straight up changed the channel on them. Well, go ahead. What you about to say?
Listen, another moment I have though is when he was over at the elf's house in that chill ass deep as fuck voice elf, and he was like, oh, we lost Mitch. How did you lose him? We lost him in a blizzard. No, I think it's just, I mean, yeah, this is explaining jokes and shit, but I mean, he said that, oh, this is the only elf that could make snow, and then the fact that he got lost in the blizzard was kind of funny to me. But
it was like a little death reference, if you ask me, because that's how I took it. He's like, oh yeah, we lost him in a blizzard. I'm like, damn. So you said that motherfucker dead, huh? It just always shocks me how all these cartoons just mention that shit, and they mention it boldly. But if you really think about it, a kid that age really wouldn't pick up on it, honestly. And it's kind of, it depends on what age the kid is too. But it just, like, most kids probably wouldn't pick up on that right away.
Speaking of that though, they made a super adult joke, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was. We really should. We do need to take notes sometimes, but like they made a joke, and I was like, God damn. All right, all right, all right, Mr.
I, I don't
Rocko.
I don't I don't remember what it is either, but I gotta say, if you're ready to get into reviews
Yeah,
and
I'm ready.
whatnot, okay, I gotta say this, like I said, and I mentioned it in my first impressions, is like, man, this show, we both went into this not knowing anything about it. Yeah, I'm the cartoon kid, and I don't know a lot of these cartoons, but or I know something of them. I just haven't seen anything from them. But we went into this just like we did a bunch of these other cartoons, like Codename Kids Next Door. Alex seen it, I haven't. I didn't enjoy that because of not knowing too much about the characters. That was the biggest downfall for me. And to come into this, I really enjoyed the episode. Like I said, I understood who the main character was, the main focus, which was Rocko. Okay, that he's the main character, he's a protagonist. I got that off bat. He didn't have a million friends to, really get the gist of, like Codename Kids Next Door. But he had a few people, which it wasn't hard to, get accustomed to and somewhat know and get a hang of what's going on during this episode. This episode wasn't too advanced, wasn't too hard to understand, wasn't too complex, anything like that. If you're coming in this series with this as your first episode, you're gonna be able to pick it up, watch it really well, and even enjoy it like I have. So the story's good. It's focused around Christmas cheer and whatnot. Rocko has this whole thing with Christmas not snowing and it's all sunny out and it's like, man, how can there be Christmas without any snow and anything like that? And we got Mr. Big Head over here trying to crush their Christmas, and he's trying to crash Rocco's Christmas party and whatnot. So you got that going in this episode, but you got one elf who makes the snowfall happen and basically brings Christmas cheer to the entire people in this episode. So which is pretty damn good, honestly. Overall, that's the main focus of the story. That's the main plot and whatnot. I gotta say, with this being my first episode, I honestly enjoy it. And if I say there's one series, I'm gonna choose one out of all the stuff we reviewed so far that I'm definitely gonna check out, it's definitely gonna be this one. That's hands down. That's on God. I'm definitely checking out some Rocko's Modern Life and all that good stuff. So if you guys got any episodes that you want to suggest, toss that shit down in the comment box below, man. I'm definitely gonna check it out. With all that being said, I'm gonna give this one a nice solid 7 out of 10. Good 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed this episode. What about you?
I feel you pretty much said everything I would say because this episode was really enjoyable. I feel like it's definitely like a joke episode, centered
Yeah,
episode
there's
where the
definitely a lot of
story,
comedy in this too. I didn't mention that.
yeah, and the because the story isn't that complex. This is more of
No,
like a
no, not at all.
premise and then jokes written around it. And I
Exactly.
think and I
You
think
get
they
to see
did
that
pretty good around that.
you get to see the characters in action. That's what I really like about this.
Yeah. And like I said, I just really enjoyed the episode. If I say anything more, then I'll just be repeating you. So I'm just gonna give this a nice solid 7.5, I think.
Okay, all right, fair
Uh,
enough, fair enough. Well, there y'all have it. That has been our review for Rocko's Modern Life Christmas special from season 2. Rocko's Modern Christmas, man. I give it a 7. Alex Payne gives it a 7.5. And yeah, that's what it is, man. This is the Cartoon Kid channel where we talk cartoons and we do it daily, baby. This is the 25 days of Christmas cartoons marathon. Like I said, man, if you want us to review more Rocko's Modern Life, toss some episodes down in the comments box below. Let us know what you want us to review. If you got other cartoons that you want us to check out, hey, man, don't be afraid, man. Voice your opinion. If you like this episode, let us know. If you didn't like it, hey, that's okay. Let us know too, man. We're always open to opinions. We want to hear y'all talk, man, in the comments box down below. But with that all being said, we will see you when we see you. Peace out, everybody.